Live from the AMP Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
It's funny, you give a little toy. You're getting better at it. You adding more songs to it?
No, it's still the same basic songs in there.
Basic.
I gotta tell you, this morning I thought the guys played tricks on me this morning because I thought it was Josh there. I go over to talk to Josh and they just had their back to me. And he turns around and it was Daniel. And I'm like having this whole, they just like to play games with me. Anyway, happy Wednesday to you.
Happy Wednesday. You can't tell the difference between Daniel and John?
We keep it a little dark here. From their back.
It ain't that dark.
I guess I should look at them both from the back and see what we got going on. But happy Wednesday to you.
Happy Wednesday to you.
Can you believe? January already?
Don't start with the
4th?
January 4th. It's 4. Yes, Dawn. 1 follows 2. 2 follows 1. 3 follows 2. And 4 follows 3. And tomorrow will be 5.
I know. And then on the 6th is All Kings Day, correct? 3 Kings Day?
The 8th.
Isn't it 12 days of Christmas? It's the 12th day of Christmas.
That's a
so
song.
It's 12 days after the 25th.
My true love came to me. That's a song. That's not.
But
the
I think
king.
that's 3 Kings Days. It's the 6th.
Whatever you want.
Anyway, people don't know what that is my point. So I'm asking you to describe what that is.
Apparently, there were kings that brought gifts to Christ when he was born. And upon your definition of it, some gifts were hope, some were prosperity, some were some of the gifts that he went on to teach.
Weren't they gold, frankincense, and myrrh? Hope, prosperity, and peace. Okay, go.
All of that.
But we keep the tree till then.
Yeah, well, I have. You don't have to.
Well, we have it till then to honor all the gifts. No? I know, you're a little wonky still. I'll get you back up to speed.
Have you had Christmas trees before?
Yeah.
You had a Christmas tree before? Anytime?
Only one time.
One time, okay. So we've had a Christmas tree now for 7 years. Or 6 years. I don't think we did it the first year.
Or 3, but we're good.
Yeah, because we didn't do it when we were up at the other
Right,
studio,
we've had them since we were
We have
here.
small little trees.
Here, yes.
So anyway, I tried to educate Dawn on Christmas trees. So it's funny because all the Jewish girls decorated,
I know.
like Teddy, and it was funny to watch them doing it. So they wanted to know the traditions when I did it, like the drinking the coquito that makes Josh fall asleep.
Exactly.
It was always done at midnight, the decorating of the trees.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't tell us that. We would have come in for like a
we're not
midnight
gonna-
decorating
no.
party.
Well-
Mayor would still be here.
Yeah, probably still would be. And we always decorated, but we added some blue and we had the Star of David on the top. Those are different things.
It's
that
an
we've
all
put
it's an
together.
all-inclusive tree is what it is.
I thought it was kind of cool.
Yes, I like it a lot.
So you can take it down whenever you want.
No, we're keeping it till 3 Kings Day, but no one had heard of that tradition. So instead of me repeating it over and over again, I thought it'd be nice to hear it
Well,
from
don't go
you.
by me because I had a tree once till July.
Did you throw it out the window?
I threw it out the window, and when it landed 5 floors, it exploded. And the super says, "You're coming down to clean this up, right?" I says, "Yeah, I'm coming down." It just kaboom like glass.
So
Another
it is still
tradition.
here. Another tradition, but always with traditions, we've got our good friend Evelyn Balin joining us, the heart painter, and I was laughing. Every time Evelyn's here, I hire her to do another wall in my house.
I've been following the pictures and the videos you guys have been posting.
He
on
says,
that
"Is
wall."
that your room? Is that your house?" And yes, yes, yes. She came. It took her double the time because every time she came and did it, she goes, "You want more?" Yep.
So what are you
Want
adding?
more?
More of
Yep.
the jewelry, more of the blends?
More of the sparkle. More of the motifs. That's what I was adding. But then at the end, it was more sparklies. Can't get enough of the sparklies, right?
And the fleur-de-lis, right? I love those. So you put more of those.
Yeah, put more of those.
And are they covered in beads?
It's all beads. Beads and some mica. it's a mica bead mix. It's a glass beads.
It is so cool. So I was telling you, I had some friends over for New Year's, and everyone's touring the house because we just moved in, and they end up in my room, in my studio room, and they're all there. So the guys are coming in, and they, why are you all hanging out in here? Why is everyone in this room? Can we hang out here? I'm like, oh no, you are not all hanging out in my room. So the girls wondered if they can come over every morning and have coffee
In the room.
in my room and just hang out before everybody goes to work. It's like this great little cozy nook.
So you should have it in the dining room made as well.
Actually, Evelyn did a whole piece in our kitchen. We don't have a dining room. We have the kitchen is
Wherever
kind of
the
suffices
nook
of
is.
everything.
Yeah. Where would you sit to have the coffee?
I sit in my room on the floor in my fuzzy purple
I don't know about
carpet with my new sofa and everything that Evelyn has created there.
She's got a gorgeous sofa right in front of the wow wall.
My wow wall.
That's what I like to call it. These walls that are full of like, it looks like jewelry on the wall, right? It's all sparkly. So she's got this beautiful couch right in front of it, and it really looks wow. It's gorgeous.
Now,
It's
ever have
gorgeous.
one of those rooms where it's just yours?
Yes.
And
No, I never had a
and it
room.
just
Yeah,
I
yeah.
never did either, except when I was a kid growing up. It was my room. But now as an adult, I have my own room. No one can say anything that's in it. They don't have to like it. They don't have to look at it. I can buy things, and it stays in my room. I've got
love
my
this-
fairies. I've got my angels. I've got my altar, my
does.
candles, and no one can say boo, because it's my room.
I love the signs you have in your room. Just, you only live once, buy the damn shoes.
Buy the shoes. You only live once. Eat dessert first. You got it. I got my pictures from Jay in there. Kind of like your own space. It's kind of nice because I didn't want to move when I moved, and when I did, I said, you know what? I'm just going to take the opportunity and do something for me.
It's great. Honestly, it's a beautiful studio.
But
Her own
everyone
little
comments
studio
on your
space.
work.
Great, great. I should put my cards right there.
You should. You should definitely. But I know you're working with some friends of mine, which is exciting.
Yes, so fun. They're going to have a couple of smaller wow walls.
Yeah?
Yeah. But then she had me go through the rest of the house. So I've priced a whole bunch of different projects for her.
It's a beautiful house, so there'll be plenty of room for wow walls.
It is a beautiful house. Yeah.
I love
Totally.
that.
Yeah.
I love connecting people. Even in my house, we get to connect people.
Yeah, you're good.
What I like is what you did. We talked about this before in my house in the Bronx.
Uh-huh.
We put that stuff on the walls. My father did it for me, but it went up 2 stories.
Wow.
So you talk about wow walls. Now he did not put the glitz on it or the glitter.
Oh.
They just took a scraper, and they heated it up, and he sharpened it, and then he would silver it. He would go over it.
At the time, they didn't have these glass beads or crushed glass or,
Right.
what we have now, which
Right.
is extraordinary
But
sparkle.
that stuff worked as an insulator because I didn't have good walls, and it looked fantastic. So when it got cold outside, the silver would shine through more. It's funny. My father had this thing where he would do things by accident, and then they used to work out for him. So
Right.
I said to him, "Did you think of this?" And he says, "Yeah, I knew it all the time." No, he didn't. Right. So in the winter when it was cold, you could feel the cold, and the silver would come out.
Love it. I find those accidents, they can't possibly be totally by accident. I really do think it's when you're painting or you're doing certain kinds of work, writing, whatever it is, ideas come and just you do it. You just do it. You don't really know where it's coming from. A spirit. It's we're just not here as us. We are here as many different us, if that makes any sense
Yeah.
to you. So I think artists come through and others come through, and it just creates these amazing pieces that we don't know where it's coming from. But if you're a spiritual person, you're thinking that it's from spirit.
It talks to you. I had a living room that had a fireplace, and I painted it green velvet with gold leaf. And my ex-wife says to me, "Have you lost your mind? Gold leaf, you have to apply a little section at a time."
You
right?
did it
Gorgeous.
yourself?
I did it.
You did gold
did.
leafing yourself.
I did.
Oh, look
so
at
my
you.
ex-wife says, you look like you're having a lot of fun because you had to do the top molding, and I had to do and I pushed stanchions, is that what it's called?
Sconces?
Sconces in there as well. And I look at it off of the green that he did, and I look at this warm room. Everybody wanted to be in this room because it had the gold leaf, the walls were green velvet paint. And so I took all the paint off of the fireplace. Took me 3 months to get all that paint off of there. So I asked my father, I brought him over for dinner. I says, okay, because it was speckled in paint. So what do? I said, Dad, how do I get this out? He tells me, figure it out. I love when my father used to talk to me. Dad, I'm asking you because I can't figure it out. I've been for a week wondering how I do this. So you take a brick from the fireplace. I had leftover bricks. And you crack it, and you heat it up, and you rub the brick on the brick.
And what does that do?
It takes away the specks. There was no white paint.
Wow.
That's what I said. So I say again to him, I said, Dad, you told me to do this. Did you know? He says, of course I knew. He didn't know nothing.
Have your kids ever wash the crayons in your kids' clothes and you put them in the dryer by
Yes,
mistake,
they
right?
melt.
And then it melts everywhere. Same thing, if you take an iron and wax paper and you iron the crayons off, the heat lifts the wax and the color out of their clothes like new.
Yeah, but it goes on your iron.
No, you put the wax paper between it.
Oh, it comes off.
And it comes off, which made me think of that with the hot brick. Something about the heat must remove one of the chemicals in the paint or the crayons where it lifts it right off. I know, I actually raised my children and did things. That's scary, isn't
You
it?
did that too? Come here, let's melt the crayon in your...
You know, Aaron would always wash his clothes. There's always something in a little boy's pocket, whether it be Legos or crayons. There was always something in his pockets, and if I didn't check, it went right through the washing machine and the dryer. But the crayon trick is kind of a cool trick.
The crayon
Is
trick.
parchment paper the same thing as wax paper?
You know, parchment paper, I don't think
don't think so.
But it's a new thing I have found that when you bake, not that I do that often, parchment paper makes it not stick, even it's better than tinfoil.
Okay, yeah.
I think
better
one
than
is more heat resistant than the other, if I'm not mistaken.
But what I love what you do so much is everyone looks and they go, look at that wallpaper. And it's not wallpaper, it's paint. And then they start thinking how they can incorporate art, different art, into their room. So I've got another friend that I need to connect with you. She's got a huge
Awesome.
living room, a huge wow wall. She said, what do you think? I said, I think you got to call Evelyn and find out. She's lived there for a long time. She's redone it. It's beautiful, but her walls are white. You know, people like me and Freddie hang 15 pictures up to cover a white wall. Most people don't do that, which is why what you do is wall art. It's just spectacular in what you can create.
Well, actually, I was going to use that Venetian plaster and buy like 50 gallons of it and scrape it all on the walls. But she would have had a heart attack. Because when it starts,
a lot of work.
it's
Venetian
a lot of
plaster.
work
Yeah.
with Venetian plaster. But it looks spectacular when you do it. So what I'm going to do, God willing, is I'm going to whitewash the walls with lighting,
With what?
lights.
These walls here?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
And it's going to work very similar. Well, they didn't turn the bricks on, but very similar to the lights that are over there. And what happens is that whitewashes, you move it back and it's a high wattage, voltage, and it whitewashes without destroying the artwork.
Let's take a commercial break. When we come back, let's look at some top decorating tips on 2023. How to revamp your home. People have moved, not moving so much anymore. Now people are looking at redoing where they are. So redo the space that magnifies what you love, amplifies your impact. So stay tuned. More with Evelyn Balin, our heart painter, artist, in-house artist, and we will be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
We got a meeting with him tomorrow.
With
I
Tony?
got that feeling.
That's right, he's coming tomorrow.
We're gonna talk a little business. But with him, it's tough because he's always
Jumping around, James Browning.
James Browning. And I said, can you get off the ceiling, please?
James Brown. I think Evelyn lives down there. Fishtails? Don't you live on the east side of Fort Lauderdale?
I do.
There-
Fishtail sounds very familiar, but I don't know exactly where that is.
It's on like Federal and I want to say Oakland in that area. It's like this walking street, not too far from. Oh my goodness, there's a fire station over there. I think Mataranos is not too far away from there.
It's
I know Mataranos,
ringing- I
I
mean, I
know
live
the
right
fire
there.
station.
You live
Yes,
right
I
over
live
there.
right there. But I've
But-
never been. I haven't been to Fishtails.
James Brown does. James Brown. Tony Wilson
Tony
is
Wilson.
little James Brown, as they call it. So he's going to be in tomorrow.
Yes. And it's funny because, what was I going to say? Mataranos, I know Mataranos. Isn't there a special function today?
Yes.
For his lady?
Yep, for Helly. It's over at Funky Biscuit tonight at 7 o'clock. She is kind of the heart of soul. She is spectacular. It's called Samba Rise. Tonight, 7 o'clock, free admission to the Funky Biscuit.
She sent the video
She
of
did?
her playing a guitar with her band.
Oh, okay.
It's on Cafe's Instagram.
Okay. So maybe
And I
we
was
can put-
like, holy smokes, I said, can you bring the band in?
She's fantastic. So if you're in the area, the Boca area, check out Funky Biscuit tonight at 7 o'clock.
My first studio used to be next door to there.
That is where I met you.
Yeah, that's
Next
where
to
you
Funky
met me.
Biscuit?
Yep.
Next to Funky Biscuit.
We were eating dinner there one Saturday night. Oh my gosh, Chelsea was a freshman in college, so a long time ago, 12 years ago, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And walking around, and we find this beautiful art studio. And I walked in, everything was hearts, and I met Evelyn, and I said, by any chance, are you looking for a summer intern? She said, I really wasn't thinking about it, but let me meet your daughter. And Chelsea worked with her that whole summer, and I think maybe even the following summer, in between breaks, she would go in and do some things with Evelyn.
So you have artistic pieces, canvas, hearts and stuff?
Yes, on my website, theheartpainter.com.
So you have art pieces
Yes, sir.
on your website?
Art pieces.
Like canvas?
Yeah, I have originals on the website, and then I have the ability to print them out.
Oh, you
So
have
if
the
somebody
ability
wants-
to print them out too. But you
Ye-
have them right now on canvas. I need like 6 pieces for Studio A.
Okay, you got it.
That was easy. Where's that easy button? That was easy.
I'm just.
But that's how long I've known Evelyn. And then we lost touch. And then I went to that movie event when All That's Left Is Love.
Right.
And I heard this voice. And I'm like, I know that voice.
That voice.
Walking down the aisles, I know that voice. Where do I know that voice? Ever like just remember it?
Like deja vu all over again?
And I was wearing this little heart bracelet. And I had to put it together quickly in my mind. And we got reconnected with Evelyn. And quickly she started making our hope
Why
hearts.
didn't we use Evelyn when we did the West Side Story gig?
We didn't do hearts then. But we can do
We
some
did
other
hearts
hearts.
up in Del Rey.
Yes,
We
with
came
Evelyn.
here and did West Side Story, so of course we did hearts. I think
I mean,
every
we didn't
function,
do them for the event.
but every function, now that I think, and I see what she's doing with the restaurant, the more I think of it, the more it makes sense.
What do you think it is about what you do? You've got so many niches. You do the heart tokens, you do the wow walls, you do things on your website. Is there one niche that you think people keep coming back to you for?
I don't know. Well, I get a lot. I have a lot. I've been doing a lot of those love tokens. They are all over the world at this point.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're cute. They're cute. People seem to really gravitate to them.
Are
And
they
the-
in bulk,
The
or do you sell a few at a time?
No, they're more in bulk. I sell them. Well, I sell small bags. What I call them bags of love. And so I sell them in 22s or 13s, and then hundreds, like Les Sorel.
Well, yeah. What did you do with the restaurant with Les Sorel?
She gave them. So the owner wanted to give a little treasure to her customers. So for New Year's Eve, they had me do 200 love tokens for their customers that were coming in that night.
Did they put them on the plate?
I think that's what she was going to do, but
Yeah.
I don't know what she ended up doing. And each one was a work of art, I have to tell you. Mixing all the colors, and I just love to do that. And it's amazing to me how some of the love tokens just turn into these beautiful patterns of color. Each one is like a little painting.
What
but
a
it's
nice
just-
idea for a party. Like if people have holiday parties, I should have thought of it. Because I gave everyone a lottery ticket for New Year's.
Oh,
Put a lottery
okay.
ticket on every plate.
That's fun.
But the tokens would be so great. So every time someone sits down, and everyone loves to take something home, even
Yeah.
if it's a small little dinner party.
Well, the lottery ticket's nice. However, it's thrown away at the end of the night.
Exactly.
The love
And
token.
if you don't win, it goes in the garbage. The love tokens you keep.
Girl, I tell you, I have given these tokens out since 2008. And I have people coming back to me like, oh, hi, here's my love token. Like they have it in their pocket or their handbags or their wallets or whatever. I'm telling you, it still freaks me out because I'm touched by that. I think it's so beautiful.
I
I'm
had
blessed to
one.
be able to do that.
I had one when I first met you. It was it looked like a ladybug token, and it said inspire. And I gave that one away for Christmas. Now, what I'm thinking here is I want to go to the rooftop in Fort Lauderdale. I keep bugging you about this. I want to take the crew down there. I think that we have to order these love tokens. So when we do our show on a Thursday night down there, we put it on everybody's plate. When you extend and you give, it has a tradition of people staying and be more curious about what's going on. I mean, who gives me something? I don't even know you. And with all the new people that are migrating, especially down in this neck of the woods, South Florida, your tokens could be a whole new inspiration to everybody that comes down here. So I kind of dig that idea.
That's beautiful. It just amazes me that the words that are coming out that I'm writing on these love tokens lately, it's getting to
Where
be.
do you get the words?
It's getting to be crazy. The words just come. I like I said before, you know, inspiration, spirit just is giving me these little blips of hope that's inspiring to whoever reads it. It could be anything, you know, like go forth. And I don't know.
Well, you're a creator. You know, you're an artist. You're a creator. Have you seen the movie
Fablemans?
Fablemans?
What's it called?
Fablemans.
Fablement? No, but I.
Mins. It has to do with Spielberg's life when he was a child.
Interesting.
But the movie is really meant for creatives. And I know that people are going to scream at me because it's not and yada, yada, yada. Okay, I get it. But it is. If you're involved in not only hearing the message but understanding it, it changes the complexities of everything you see in life. So the things that you put together, the colors and everything else that you're describing to me, it's just part of that whole movie's concept.
Well, it's kind of perspective. What I find most amazing about your tokens is everyone chooses the token. And we always say the heart chooses the person.
Right.
And it's always applicable. There's not been one time that it hasn't made sense to the person that chooses the token. It's when they try to pick one, I said, no, you can't pick it. You just have to choose it. And you always pick the right one. That's the most remarkable thing to me. People are being brought to tears. It can say faith, it can be hope. You've got this. People are on new journeys. And they just look and they say, how did that happen? It's part of, I guess, how you channel spirit through your art.
It's funny that you say that because I was thinking about the restaurant Le Sorel that was is giving out these love tokens, and they're doing it again on February 14th for Valentine's Day. The thing is that she's putting one out for everybody, and as I'm creating these, I'm thinking, oh, I hope the person that gets this really gets this message, you know, because they're all different messages, well, pretty much. I mean, I'm making 200, so out of 200, there's probably 90 that are all different, and the rest are replicates, but crazy.
I'm going to
always get the right one. You
I'm
wanna
going to
go
call
over?
JoJo
Oh, that's a good
to
idea.
send those pieces up there as well. She just bought the restaurant. She's flooded. She says, I can't keep up to the demand. She says, I wish the place was twice as big. She has a waiting list.
That's
in her hands.
fantastic.
Knock on wood. But I think that your message, it's so against what we are not going through right now, which we need more of, you know? And it's a constant reminder of love never fades. As you look over our shoulders, even sending a bag of them up there to the hospital, I'm gonna tell you, there is so many things that what you do affects so many different people.
I just mailed out a bag of 140 love tokens that say hope on it, and it's going out to Massachusetts, where they have a program called they give a bag of hope to women that are in shelters or have been human trafficked, and they're going to get a little love token that
Is that
says
through Jamami?
hope. No,
Somebody else?
it was somebody else, yes.
What a great idea.
Yeah. It
There's
felt
There's
good
so
doing
many
it.
things you do.
I guess so.
There's so many great things, but the wow wall, the decorating, because sometimes people lived in their house a long time. Like you've lived in your house a long time. I lived in my other house a long time. And you lose perspective on, all right, what color should I do? Do I get new artwork? That gets a little pricey because then what do you do with your old artwork? You put it in a closet. You don't know what to do. But to have you come in and just make this wow wall and say, oh, we can just add some sparkle, or we can make it even white. You can do wow on white if you're a white person or a neutral person. You don't even just have to do color. And it just changes your outlook on everything.
Yeah, I'm doing that in that home you were just talking about the other day.
In white?
Before, with Barbara's walls, white on white.
See, I love
looks
the
beautiful.
color because then you take antiques and you put antiques in front of the color. Now that you have that, you don't need a lot. You just need maybe a desk, or maybe this is why I was sent down to Miami. And the wall will capture your mind. It captures your eye. And then when you have these antiques in front of it, or these little things that, like the signs, you read the signs in her room, I'm assuming. All of a sudden, that wow factor just explodes because everybody is thinking about what these different things mean to them.
It's a change of perspective because you did all these fleur-de-lis only because I saw you come in and I loved it so much, right? And then as you're painting, I send you this picture of The Sound of Music, and I said, oh my goodness, this looks just like an old version of what you're doing. You're upscaling with sparkle, but of all the fleur-de-lis, she finishes, and on my little night table, there's a little jewelry I keep changing things that I collect from an antique store that I must have had for 25 years. With a gold fleur-de-lis that I tell you, Freddie, she could have copied it on the wall, but never even knew it existed because I moved it out. And you said to me, change of perspective. But there must be things and messages that we all receive that we don't even pay attention to until we have a fresh perspective on it.
Well, that's for sure. Perspective is everything, isn't it? You know, if you, who was that? Dr. Wayne Dyer says, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's all perspective. You had, one day you had this perspective, and the next day you have this perspective, and that same situation looks different.
And just a little simple thing, but white on white just as beautiful
Now,
for
your
people
mother,
too.
you tell your mother and dad, tell them not to be selling nothing down there until I go first. They got some stuff in her parents' house
Yes.
Okay.
that are tremendous. I mean, simply breathtaking.
Wow.
But you got to be into that whole look. And she had, what was that?
Sarcophagus?
She has 2 of those. I wanted them. And she
Sarcophagus?
sold them. Yeah, I wanted them. And she sold them. But they have some other intriguing pieces down there that if you do the highlighted specimen, I mean, I used to sell property that way. I used to sell it, highlighting it, the paper. We used to do doors. I'll never forget, we did a door in Manhattan, and they wanted wood grain. And my uncle did it. And I said, his name was Steve, so may he rest in peace. And I went to watch him do it. Now, there were 200 doors. He was the only guy doing them. So he does the door, and he does the base, and he looks at me, he says, don't you got somewhere to be? I says, I want to watch you do it. Oh, no, you go away. He pays me $100, says, go away. He would not show me how the graining was done. And I'm going to tell you, wow. Wow. And at Vizcaya, they have wood grain on the plasters on the ceiling with artists that they brought in from Italy.
Yeah, sure.
And my uncles, you know, they had this whole thing with Italy and plaster and graining. And I got to tell you, it is breathtaking to watch the work that you guys were putting. You just didn't do enough of the video because everybody wanted to see how she was doing it.
I think she probably has more video. It's hard to capture the beauty of the beads.
Yeah.
I guess it's 2D versus 3D, and you would know more about that. Because the picture is 2D, it's a video, but the wall is 3D, and the way the light captures it.
gotta capture
and
the light.
You got to capture the light and the sparkle
Yeah.
the
It's
right way
amazing.
to actually see the difference of the tones.
Right. I needed a professional photographer to come in and take a video of that.
We
or-
might be able
or
to find one of
photographs.
those. He's shaking his head.
Multiple
we might know
angles.
one around here to
Well, it's
do
multiple.
that.
They're very good at capturing angles. That's one of the things that I got to tell you. This group of professionals that we have in studio are very good at capturing angles.
Nice.
And using it to even military.
Well, one good concept to get the 3D aspect of it, you get a light on one side,
Right.
and then you just get a video and you have the light move instead of the camera move. Because with the light, it shows just the different angles and different shadows coming off of the things that pop off the wall.
I get it. I
Yeah.
totally get that. So you need a second person to work with you. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's a brilliant idea.
Interesting.
It is, because the more you deliver the explanation, the more it's going to confuse people, the more they're going to call you. And that's coming right from Spielberg. He does things in West Side Story that I saw in the movie that he was doing when he was 17, 15, 14. He was in the Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts. And there are still things in West Side Story done today that he did back in the day. And it captures the imagination of the video in front of you. You don't realize it. I mean, he did Jaws. There are things in Jaws that he did that people still today are trying to figure out why he did it, which is amazing. But that's the kind of artist stuff that you produce. We got to highlight it. The more you highlight it, the more people will say, come here, I want to talk to you.
Because people don't know it exists,
Yeah.
and then you find a niche, and you want to end up doing your whole house because you just realize it brings everything to life.
Totally.
and the things that you do. And
Especially if you want your own room, you know, your own.
Yeah, if you have your own room, you can do anything you want.
Doesn't Chuck want his own room?
he has a room. I'll tell you what my sister said when we're not on air.
I was the one that loved the separate rooms. I had rooms for everything. I had downstairs there was a playroom. It was everything. The bedrooms are all different. You know, maybe there's something wrong with me because when I went to Vizcaya and I saw there was rooms, they have 9 rooms that are all different with curtains on the ceiling and everything else. If you would let me, I would put curtains here on the ceiling, you know, and light it up with a board. We talked about this yesterday. And I've always seen things that way. So when I saw the wall that you put on, I watched it for an hour. But I've seen this before. I don't know where. But I've seen it
Evelyn,
before.
you do such a great job.
Thanks, Dawn. Appreciate you.
One of
That's
the
kind.
highlights of moving was that I could call Evelyn and she could just make everything pop. Because when you move, you have to make your new house your house.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
You have to make it be more of what you want to do. And I had the house for the kids, and it was all about the kids and toys and playrooms. And then you don't end up doing things because it's just easier not to, right? You get caught up in life, and then you have empty rooms that are just shrines to the kids.
Does color motivate you? Does it make you feel different? Do you like color?
Me? So I just redid my bathroom with Dominique, and she says to me in a moment of weakness, "What color should we paint it?" And I said, "Oh, white." And that lasted about a week, and the painter just left again last week, and I repainted
What
it
color?
purple. I just can't do white, so it's not
wait
me.
to
I
see it.
try, but yet it does not fill my soul. And Evelyn knows, so every wall in
But
my
you didn't
house is
do
a
it the
different
whole.
color.
You didn't do the whole bathroom in.
No, I just
purple.
did a corner wall.
Just
so
a
there's
corner
white,
wall.
and then
She does pieces.
I do pieces. I don't know where I kind of came up with my sense of decorating, but look, I make you
She's
tear.
popping. It's all for pop.
You make me laugh.
So when I walk down the hall, I can see color in every room, but it doesn't have to be the whole room. I just need to know that it's like my comfort blanket. Remember Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat?
Yes.
I think every wall is like my Technicolor Dreamcoat. That I just need to feel color and movement.
You know, talk about bathrooms. Do you know the shower heads, they call them rainmakers?
Yeah.
They're like big and they look like it's raining in your bathroom. So when Purple Rain, and this relates to you, the reason I don't want to get rid of this.
My purple
When
bathroom.
Purple Rain first came out, I watched the movie 100 times. Don't ask me why. I just found the message to be unbelievable. So anyway, so I redesigned the bathroom in my house in the Bronx, and I brought in an engineer. So when this shower head started coming down, it rained purple. The lighting was put on with these strobe lights that they put on, and it went through the light, and it looked like rain.
Wow.
And I called it Purple Rain, was the name of the bathroom.
That's very cool.
And it came from that movie. I mean, these are some of the things that I grew up with.
So me painting my bathroom purple does not
doesn't
surprise
surprise
you.
you.
Of course not.
But it's you know, it's art. It's what we see every day. People probably don't understand what the hell we do and why. Josh understands it sometimes. Sometimes he just scratches his head. But he's as artistic as anybody else. I've seen the way he talks to his guitar. Well, I'm not supposed to tell people that.
You
You
what?
talk to your guitar?
My guitar talks. I don't talk.
No, you talk to it. You answer.
Make it talk.
You talk to it. It says, okay, well, you're going to do this now.
That's my other half.
That's right. But those are some of the things that you grow up with. And then all of a sudden, I ran across that Purple Rain album at Walmart of all places. And I brought it in. And everybody says, what are you doing? I don't know.
Shrine to Prince. More things to do. See, when you move, you can redo your house.
But it wasn't a shrine to Prince. It was a shrine to Prince's movie Purple Rain, something that it taught to me when I watched it. You
Well-
never saw a movie more than once? Come on.
Dirty Dancing.
Okay. I don't want to ask why, but okay.
Because, ghosts, like iconic movies. I'm not a big movie person
So
like
far,
you
you
are.
named the same actor in both movies.
I'm not enchanted. I watch Disney movies. I don't watch the same movies
seeing
over and
that
over.
too?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Right?
That's a good one.
Things like that. But you watch Godfather. You watch classics over and over and over again.
I do. I watched Jaws when I was a kid. Scared the hell out of me. I didn't want to go to the beach. Scared me. I told my parents, no. We used to go to Connecticut, Sherwood Island every summer, every Sunday. I ain't going. Not going. I said, come on, it's just a movie. Not going. Scared the hell out of me. Then they take me to Orlando, where they had the Jaws ride. You know, where the thing comes
Yeah.
out on the
God.
boat
That
at the
scared
end?
you?
I think they have to change the wood that I was
That
sitting
scared
on.
you?
Scared me. It almost gave me a heart attack. I mean, deadly afraid of sharks. That's why I
That
don't
would
like to take
explain it.
cruises.
That would explain it.
Wait a minute, cruise, you're on a ship, you're not going in the water. What do you
Just
mean?
remember, what's on the water can go in the water.
Cruises are terrible. You're surrounded by blue. There's no land anywhere. It's terrifying.
But it's the water, they're not coming up into the ship.
Well, I've met a lot of women that I would disagree with, but no, I have this thing with sharks. They bother me. They scare me and they bother me. You ever
Yeah,
seen when you go to one of these aquariums and they let you pet them and they feel like leather?
The
Pet
dolphin?
a
they don't.
shark?
No, the shark.
Sharks, they have smooth skin.
It's horrendous.
You
Takes
know, a
you back-
shark doesn't want to eat you. A shark doesn't like humans. They just by accident bite you.
Honey, accident, not accident, losing a shark bite hurts. They gave me a shark tooth. You remember when I had the shark tooth? They gave me a shark tooth as a gift.
You used to wear like the puka beads when I met you. The puka shells, remember
Yeah,
those? When I
used
met
to
you,
love
you used to
those.
wear that.
And they told me I couldn't wear that.
It's kind
They
of
said that's like for his age.
like a throwback to the 70s.
No, it's not. It's a puka
You know anyone who
shell.
wears puka shell
know what?
necklaces?
You can
Last
do
time I
anything you
remember that
want.
was like middle school.
Wow, you guys date everything. Converse, where are your Converse? Who got Converse?
Oh, not today.
I said in the
Those are my-
70s.
those
You
are my
still wear
favorite.
them?
Yeah, because they're just nice and casual.
So puka shells are not casual?
They're casual.
My stepdaughter made me take mine off when I went to Georgia.
That's when I met you.
University.
You were wearing those.
She took it off me. She said, "You cannot wear this in front of my friends." I said, "Why?"
It's like a dad necklace with a fanny pack. It's like, no.
The fanny pack. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
There are
Oh
certain
no, you
things.
can't wear a fanny pack.
Can't wear
What?
a fanny pack.
Do you ever paint clothing or bags or purses?
Oh, I think a long time ago.
That'd be so fun.
The funniest thing is I went into, I think it was Bloomingdale's or somewhere, and I saw these pants that had paint all over them for like $300. And I was thinking,
I can do it.
that's like nothing for me. All I have to do is one day of work and I'll have that on me. You know, it's just,
I
is
got
that
a-
the kind of paint you're talking about?
Yeah.
That or like, you know, everyone's wearing these crossbody bags. And just some of your artwork would be so spectacular
Cross-body
Like
bags.
on the bag. Yeah.
on the bag, right? So
Well,
instead
that's
of
what men are doing now. They wear those you get a fanny pack and you put it
making
across your
crossbody.
body.
That's what made me think of it.
This
you
is
could
what
do
I'm
that.
talking about. Give me a break.
They take the fanny pack and you put it over your shoulder, and now you've got a
update it.
crossbody
Yeah,
bag.
you update the look.
Right.
I have a shirt that says "It ain't smart," right? This shirt must be 15 years old. It has paint on it, it has holes on it, and I wore it to breakfast one day, and the guy says, "Where'd you get this shirt?" I said, "Excuse me? Where'd you get this shirt?" I said, "Why? Do I offend you?" He says, "No, I want to buy one."
Send them to me. I'll tear the shirt and paint it up for
See,
them.
if you
is
want to do a
crazy.
clothing line, Evelyn would be a great person to do a clothing line with.
I do want to do a clothing line.
I know.
I've been looking to do a whole thing for 2023, exercise clothing or
Let's
hangout
do it.
clothing, because I can get Converse sneakers with my name on them, anybody's name on them.
Right.
You can put it on for a price.
Yep.
But I think that the clothing is changing. I think that the 70s clothing is coming back.
Oh, for sure.
The bell bottoms, the mushroom shoes, all of that.
Oh,
kinda
the
cool.
mushroom shoe. Now I remember what that was.
And I
Big
think if people-
platforms.
Mushroom shoes?
I think they were platforms, and then they had a big front, right?
That's right.
Like
They
a,
were ballooned in the front, called mushrooms. I had them in blue, brown, and gray, I think.
Like
Well,
desert boots?
No, they were big shoes, and they had that big white around them, and they had the big front on them, and they mushroomed. You remember Jordache jeans?
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Clouds. You remember Clouds?
Is the shoes you're talking about like what Haley used to wear?
Yes.
Those big boots?
Yes, but they had a white rim on the bottom of them. They're called mushrooms.
Okay.
Jordache, and we used to have Clouds were big. They used to have all the stitching of white. I thought that was so cool to wear all that stitching.
But that would be fun because I think people now who are spending money on key pieces, things that really represent who you are. Because everything's so expensive, right? So if you're going to invest in something, you want to invest in something that you can use over and over again, that's really symbolizes you. It's at least in my opinion.
Well, it's true, and you know the chain.
Like you're your Guadaveras, and you even said, "Oh, should I embroider them?" I don't know. It might be kind of you could embroider them or make one that kind of has your hat on it. Kind of make it your own.
I think that's a good idea, but then I got to get a design. But the hat would be kind of cool and all that. And then I buy others if I want to wear them conservatively. But you know what? I wear them. If I can wear a holy shirt, that's what I call it, to breakfast, and the guy wants to buy it, then I can wear anything. I mean, everything goes now, right?
Everything goes now.
That's what I was trying to say with the puka shells. If the puka shell makes you happy, wear the damn shells.
They
you know?
made me take it off.
Well-
Unbelievable. And then I had one around my ankle because
Ooh.
in Puerto Rico, I used to tell people that I used to surf. I couldn't surf. I couldn't even spell the word. But I used to wear that, and people used to say, if you're wearing your right leg, I hope that's the right leg, you were a surfer. And I grew up on the island a little bit for 3 years. You know, Gio thinks that I grew up on Puerto Rico for my whole life. I said, no, I was there 3 years. 4
Really?
years. Yeah, that's all.
You just in New York?
High school. I used to visit, but I lived there. So I used to have these shells on my, so they used to break and I couldn't find them. So I went to the neck and then they made me take them off. I think I'm going to find me some puka shells.
Just make it a little longer. Don't make it too tight. Make it like a little bit longer.
It's a good idea. A longer one.
Maybe we get both, long, short of it.
How
Well,
do
they
people
do
find
just-
all of your art on your website? I know we got to let you head out to your next appointment.
Yeah, just heartpainter.com.
And you've got everything. She does bags. And remember, she gave us the tote bags, which are so spectacular. And Chelsea says, Mom, where'd you get that? I know.
I know, I took that tote back into Publix.
Good.
And everybody's like, okay, where'd you get this, Santo? Because they know me to be the crazy guy. I open up the grapes, I open up the wine. You know, that's the only way I do my shopping. So I had the bag, and people were asking, where'd you get this?
And hopefully we'll get some of Evelyn's art here, right here in the studio. But if you want to decorate your home, you want a wow wall or an entire house repainted with just some fun,
Let
check
me
it
wow.
out.
Yeah, let me wow you.
Let her wow
Oh,
you.
that's good. Let's put that on a shirt. Let me wow you. Let
Hope
me wow
Hearts,
you.
all of it. Evelyn, thank you so much for always joining us.
Thank you for having me. You guys are fabulous.
Always such
Fun.
a pleasure. Did you bring in, we didn't even go over anything. Is there anything in your magic bag?
Nope.
Okay. No
Just
magic bag today. Next time.
Bunch of
All right, we're going to
cough
take a
drops.
commercial break. Click over to our 1 o'clock hour. More to come. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
In times of economic uncertainty and chaos, your money means nothing. You may not even be able to get it from your bank or ATM. What you can bank on is gold and silver. Gold and silver have been a reliable and trusted form of currency for thousands of years. Call the Gold Hotline now and learn how to protect your money and your assets with gold and silver. Protect your money from the next market crash with gold and silver. Call now for your free gold guide.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like people, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40 plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life.
Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first-class tickets.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Sitting on a park bench one day, you came down and sat next to me. You had my heart fluttering, baby, like a pair of butterfly wings. I seemed to talk for hours about everything we knew. And when you went away, baby, Lord, right then I knew that there's only one woman for me. You showed me things I'd never seen. Oh, baby, you drive me crazy. There's only one woman for me. It's been 2 years, baby. Oh, you're standing there. I see the love in your eyes, wind blowing through your hair. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, the love is shared. And I knew in my heart, baby, none would ever compare. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. You drive me crazy, and there's only one woman for me. We talk for hours, made love on the beach. You are my dream, my only fantasy. Then one summer day, my darling, you went away. flew up to heaven, you see. Got your own pair of wings. Though it broke my heart, I remember everything you taught. There would never be another woman that could mend his heart. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Whoa, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. You show me things I've never seen. Whoa, baby, you drive me crazy. And there's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me. There's only one woman for me.
Hello, and welcome back to the Brooklyn Cafe. I'm obviously not Freddie.
He went to take out the donuts. The donuts had ants, so more to come.
You know, it stinks. There was only one donut eaten in that whole thing, too.
I know. I know. See, I think people aren't like a healthier track. They're trying to, I don't know what, be better. As we have all this candy, and I'm like, don't eat it, don't eat it. Left over from the holidays. All right, got to ask you about this.
Little Jalen Hurts.
Is that a new Christmas edition for you?
Yeah, my dad got it for me for Christmas. It's a little bobblehead.
Is he your favorite?
As of right now, I mean, he's our quarterback, and he's probably he should be the MVP of this season, but he's been out for the past 2 games due to injury. So they'll probably give it to another guy, but he's definitely our main guy of why we're doing so good this year.
And how'd Bird Talk go today?
It went pretty good. I'm trying to pace things a little faster because when I had my buddy on last time, we could not make it through football. I mean, it took too long just talking about that, and I wanted to talk about him with basketball, about baseball, and all these other things. So I'm trying to, I guess, time my show out better.
Oh, you want to do everything?
Yeah.
You go pretty fast in that show to get through all your pieces.
It's hard.
You got a lot of stuff.
It's a lot. I mean, I'm going to focus on NFL and football mainly, but I try to cover baseball, basketball.
You want to trade seats?
You coming over here?
Yeah, come on up. Why, you had such a busy day?
How you doing?
So how you doing over there?
Does it feel weird there?
No, it doesn't feel weird. I went to throw out a box of donuts that had nothing but ants in them.
Making me itch.
And so military tells me it has ants. I says, no, it doesn't. He says, yeah, it has a lot of ants. And I look, and I'm looking. So somebody killed some of them before.
Making me itch.
Well, there's dead ants in there too?
Yes.
Well, they probably just ate too much and had a sugar crash.
Well, they are now comfortable in the garbage bin outside in the corner.
That'd be a good combination, ants and donuts. Eat that
It
together.
is. Don't they do
Protein.
chocolate-covered ants?
Chocolate everything.
Yeah, no, you can get, I think, worms. I think it's worms and crickets.
I was going to say, have you ever had like a chocolate grasshopper or cricket?
No, I would.
Have you ever had one?
No. The only time I've seen that was when I was on my vegetarian diet. I didn't know if I can eat those or not. Because I didn't know if they're
Yeah, you can eat them.
You can eat a grasshopper?
But they're considered animals.
Well, I don't know why you're doing vegetarian. If you don't want to kill animals, then you better not kill nothing. You can't eat nothing.
Well, I got chicken because I need some protein.
That's killing an
I was about
animal.
to die over here being
Yeah,
on a...
you were. Are you so much better now?
Yeah.
He was dying on us one day here.
He wasn't having any protein. I told you, I went to Miami and I met some people that were vegan because they didn't want to eat even chicken. And they had like a third eye coming out of their nose. They were a little funky.
People do it. I don't know how they do it. I can't even get away from cookies and candy. I don't know how people get away from, have that willpower to do it, unless
but
you
you
just
don't
feel
eat
that much
meats
better.
either.
I do.
What
I eat
meat do
everything.
you eat? Chicken?
Yeah. I'll have a hamburger occasionally.
I've never seen you occasionally have a hamburger.
Okay, yeah. I think you made fun of me once. We ordered burgers in, and I was like, and I think you even
Oh
have
yeah, I
that
have
picture.
a picture of that, don't I? Oh, that was funny.
It's like when you don't feel well, you figure you just got to have a hamburger. After I fell and I came out of the hospital that day, I just order hamburgers and French fries. It's like this comfort food that you just feel like you need to eat.
Is
And
that
I
what you
haven't
had, a
one-
hamburger?
And that was in October? I haven't had one since then.
I got a little circle conversation. What's your favorite leftover food? Because I don't know why this pops in my head, but I know what mine is.
It's a good one.
Favorite leftover?
Like to eat it cold?
Cold, hot, whatever. It's just you see it in the microwave, like, oh, thank God it's in there. Like you don't have to cook. It's just like.
Oh, I think it's leftover food there's a different definition. I had a steak that I brought home, and Linda cut it up, and I made a bowl, rice and beans, the steak. There was a little guac, a little cheese, little onions.
It's one of those like Chipotle bowls.
Yes, with tomatoes. Oh my God, I had it last night. Oh my God.
Like, what's your favorite food if you open the fridge up in the morning, you're going to eat it cold that's left over from dinner?
Pizza.
Pizza, right? No?
I was gonna say spaghetti.
Spaghetti's good too.
Spaghetti and meatballs is the greatest thing of all time. I can eat so much of that.
Do you ever have spaghetti with the seafood? What is that? Linguine and clam sauce?
No, I can't.
You can't eat the linguine and clam sauce
No,
either?
because I don't eat seafood.
He doesn't eat
I only
seafood.
only chicken.
Oh, you don't eat seafood either? What is wrong
That's
with
what
you?
you told him yesterday when you wanted to send him to that seafood place, and he's like, no, we can send Daniel down.
But why won't you eat seafood? You're allergic?
No, that's just a whole different world. I don't mess with that.
You have tuna fish?
No.
So you
it's
don't
a
eat
whole.
any?
Like I said, the fish are. It's different. I don't mess with the ocean.
You're making him nervous up here. Do you see this?
You don't eat seaweed either?
Seaweed?
Fried seaweed?
Yeah, I'll have sushi. I'll have I think it's called like a veggie combo sushi.
But you won't eat the fish on it.
No.
Just gotta
Would
be
you eat
veg-
frog eggs?
Frog
Frog
legs?
Eggs.
No,
eggs.
frog legs though. Those are good.
You can't eat that either.
I can't, but I miss it so much. Frog legs and gator tail, such a good combination.
That I've never. Maybe I had gator tail when the kids were up at UF. It's
That's
just like fried,
disgusting.
anything fried and spicy. It all kind of just
Frog
chewy.
legs are disgusting.
That I've never had. My mom loves frog legs.
Stop, you're making me ill.
I gotta tell you, you would probably eat all that stuff.
I had gator.
Gator's good.
Gator's good. But I don't want people killing gators for me to eat it, so I feel like you do for that animal.
Well, gators are overpopulating Florida a little bit. I think it's probably died down a little bit since we're pushing ourselves into the Everglades with apartment complexes and all that, but
Now let me ask you, when you go and you order dolphin on a seafood plat,
Mahi.
like mahi is dolphin?
Yeah.
Is that the dolphin?
no,
It's a
it's
fish.
mahi.
Mahi is a fish. It
It's
isn't
not
eating
like
dolphin.
flipper, right?
Yeah.
So when you order dolphin, I'm not eating flipper, right?
But I didn't know that for the longest time.
And I'm embarrassed to ask.
Mahi mahi or dolphin is a fish. It's not flipper. It's not like, it's not that.
You know those Guy Harvey fish? Not Guy Harvey. Yeah, Guy Harvey fishes you see all the time. They're blue and green. They have like a
Yes.
weird head. Like
Yes.
that's a dolphin.
I don't want to eat that either. They
What are you
look
gonna
weird.
It's not bad.
You changed your eating habits for this year?
I like salmon.
Because you don't eat a lot during the day.
I don't eat at all, so
I
that
know.
I get stuff like that last night. I like salmon.
You can eat shark. It's very chewy. Very
No, I don't
chewy.
want
You eat shark?
I went to like a fish festival up in Jupiter, I think it was. This was like back in high school or something like that. And they had lemon shark. It was the chewiest thing of all time.
I don't
It's like
understand
rubber.
you. You don't have anything to do with the ocean, but you'll eat shark.
Shark and gator.
If you knew me in high school, I was a completely different person.
So what does not eating these delicacies mean to you? Would you rather eat grasshoppers?
No, I feel better because I'm not hurting any animals. I mean, obviously I'm eating chicken, but
But a shark is an animal.
yeah,
He's not eating it anymore, though.
I don't
He's
eat it
eating
anymore.
chicken.
Oh, you're
This was
not
like back in
eating.
high school when I had the shark.
And you're eating chicken.
Yeah. Now my diet is just straight chicken as protein.
So, one of our producers just got back from Vegas.
Is that where he was? Mm-hmm. He smells like Vegas.
It was his birthday. We have not even touched base to see how Vegas was.
Hey, Military, go to a 4-shot. Were you in it? And come out here and tell us about Vegas.
There's no camera out there. Oh, he's got to come out here.
There's a camera right there.
Yes, he's got to come out here and tell us about Vegas.
Vegas. You
J-Lo
ever
on the
been?
board?
You been to Vegas?
No.
You ever been to Vegas?
I went probably right about when I met you a long time ago. First time I had
How
ever
long
been
were you
there.
there?
A long weekend.
I was there 4 days. I was broke the very first day.
Ask military how Vegas went for him.
It went bad?
He said he got spanked for his birthday.
Oh, he didn't
you
tell
gotta-
me that.
yeah,
He told
this
that's
is
a guy's story.
ratings. You gotta come out here and
All I
explain
know
that.
is about he said his bank account's a little bit more empty from that.
Vegas,
That's all I know.
you lose your shirt.
This is why I don't gamble. This is no point.
Unless you win.
Oh, yeah.
You gonna fill us in on your birthday trip? You
Wait,
got Jalen
put
right on
the-
board?
Put the camera over here.
Oh, there's already one over here.
Oh, even better.
There, look at her. Look at Jalen go. Well, how was your birthday? Happy birthday.
Thank you. It was really fun. So, you want me to just go through the whole trip?
Go through the trip.
All right. So we stayed at the Virgin Mobile Hotel.
The what?
Virgin Mobile.
Virgin Mobile.
Have you heard of Virgin Mobile?
No, but I've heard of virgins.
Oh. Thank you.
It was
All
too
right.
dark.
So fill us in on your trip.
All right. So, what do we do? So the first day, like we got there at like 3 or 4 in the morning. So, yeah, it was a late plane ride. So we went to this restaurant called Flights, and so they it's just like its name. They bring you flights of food. So we ordered like a $170 course for the table, and they kept bringing in entrees after entrees. It was like there's plates full of wings, chicken, ribs. It was a bunch of stuff.
How many people?
For eating, there was like 6 of us.
For $170, that's a good deal.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and also with drinks too, you order like one specific drink. Like I think I ordered margaritas, and they brought me 3 different margaritas to me.
Ever do
This
a
is at 3
margarita
o'clock
flight?
in the morning?
No, this is in the afternoon.
Oh.
No, this is later after we recovered from the flight. And they have a bunch of cool food places
What
out
was
there.
the Virgin Mobile Hotel? It makes me think of a virgin in a car. I don't know.
You never heard the phone company or cellular company called Virgin?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh, Virgin Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So it's like the phone company's hotel.
Oh, you slept in the phone? Okay.
Yeah, literal phone.
Like I Dream of Jeannie in a bottle. He was in a phone.
Do they still have Circus?
I believe so.
That's the food in Vegas is really good, and they'll give you the food. They don't care about that.
Right. That's where the food prices are good, right? They make their money on the alcohol and gambling. So what was your game of choice?
I played blackjack for the most of it. Blackjack and craps.
How'd that go for you?
Not good.
Where did you sit playing blackjacks? Were you sitting in the first or the last position?
I changed up my seats. So I started off like in the last seat, and
That's a pull seat. You don't
wasn't
want to
that
sit
great.
there.
Then I sat in the second chair.
That's where you should have won money.
Yeah, I won some money there, but like I think I broke even on a couple of them. Then the last time I played, I think I was in like the 4th chair, but the dealer kept getting blackjack. Like they kept winning every hand. They won like 3 in a row. So I was like, doesn't even matter what chair you sit in, you're gonna lose either way.
Does it go right to left?
It goes from left to right.
The dealer's left to the right.
Oh, okay.
And it does matter because if you're in first chair, you got to pull. If you're in last chair, you got to pull. If they're not pulling cards, playing conservative, the dealer's chances of hitting 21 are greater.
Doesn't the dealer go last though?
Yeah. But I think there's 6 decks that you play with.
I think it's 6. Yeah.
There was a girl that taught me how to play blackjack. And I'm going to tell you, before I met her, I was always broke playing this. I didn't even want to go to casinos. When she taught me what to do, oh my God, I came home with $5,000, $4,000.
You got to know how to do it.
There was one game that looked fun. You throw dice in. And Craps. That one looked fun.
Yeah, we played that too.
Did you have fun?
You know how to play craps?
I followed my dad's lead. It was like my second time ever playing, but it was pretty fun. Like, because you're basically winning money on other people throwing dice too.
Yeah. It's funny. I was with John D'Amato, and I put money where he told me, and I'm winning chips. So I'm talking to John D'Amato's wife. I'm not even paying attention to the game. And they keep putting chips in my arms, chips in my arms. And I kept saying, am I holding people's money? What is this? No, that's your money. And I walked away with like, I don't know, $7,000.
Wow.
And then I lost it all.
That's what happens because you think, oh, I'm going to keep going. See, they know.
But craps has like, what, 6, 7 games going on at one time? Hard eights.
You can place different bets.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, there's like a whole chart there that you throw your chips on. It's like you can bet on these numbers, these ones. You could bet on someone rolling doubles. It's a lot.
And then when I was trying to pick up my money, the guy smacked me in my hand. He says, you can't touch that. Whack-a-da. I went,
Was it everything you thought it was going to be?
Vegas? Oh yeah, so much gambling. They got really good food.
anything else we would like to talk about?
Like
There's
how
a-
we spent his birthday?
Oh yeah, a little spanky.
So right before, like, okay, so the day before or 2 days before, we won this Ferris wheel, and it's you buy 30 minutes, and it's open bar Ferris wheel. 30 minutes. You get on there, and it's not like an outside. It's like a whole pod in itself. The bartender's with you, and
Inside your pod?
yeah, it's a whole.
How
that's
many
what it's
people
called.
go with you on the wheel?
It could hold 20 in the pod, but there's probably maybe half that in there.
So you're here with a bartender, and for 30 minutes you get to drink as much as you want.
Yes.
While you're on the Ferris wheel.
Yes.
That's disgusting.
It's
Oh,
terrifying.
they were chugging them drinks.
Well, how sick are you going to get really in 30 minutes, though?
Maybe 2.
So that's pretty safe on that one.
It depends on how strong he was making them. How big is the Ferris wheel? Is it a small one or is it big?
It's an actual sized Ferris wheel.
Oh, that's a problem.
Didn't
I can
that
see it
happen to you
raining.
once? Didn't a girl once throw up on you on the Ferris wheel?
Not a Ferris wheel, and this round thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she did.
You have a lot of stories. Yes.
I still have chunks in my ear. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
I
much.
went to the fairgrounds. I went on a Ferris wheel. I hate heights with a passion. I don't want to go on this thing, but my buddies tell me to go on it, and it's one of the ones that rock, too.
No, I hate that.
We're stuck at the top, and they're rocking it for fun. I'm in here having a panic attack on a Ferris wheel, and they open the gate, too.
Oh, ours didn't rock. Ours didn't rock.
What do you mean they opened the gate?
The little gate that you walk out. So we're up all the way at the top. They have the gate open. They're flinging it back and forth. I'm basically dying up in midair on a Ferris
That's
wheel.
not supposed to open.
Yeah, you can open it.
Not when you're in the ride.
If you're at the fairgrounds, those are cheap little rides. You can.
First of all, that's got to be illegal in so many different ways.
So many, yeah, you can't
So
open
tell me
it.
about the spanky. You're
Don't ask
avoiding the
me, it was
spanky.
So for my birthday, I wanted to go eat at this place called the Heart Attack Grill. So if you've never heard about it, it was founded by a doctor, and like the whole basis is he's giving you unhealthy food, and so everyone who eats at the restaurant puts on a gown, like a little hospital gown, and all the waitresses are dressed up as nurses. So
Sounds
even-
it sounds like my kind of place.
even the food is like kind of named after it. Like they have like a huge stack. It's like an 8-patty burger. It's called the Octuple Bypass Burger.
Is that what you got?
Oh no, I got the triple bypass burger. I can't even finish it. But you have the option of adding like 5 pieces of bacon per patty.
Why?
I like that.
And you get option of loaded fries, which is chili, cheese, and bacon on top of them.
This is like a heart attack on a plate.
That's why. Oh, and if you weigh over 370 pounds, your meal's
for free.
Yeah, they have a little weight out there.
Because they figure this might just kill you, so...
You were going to die anyway.
Is that supporting obesity?
Thank you very much.
It's founded by a doctor. He's basically telling you like this will make you obese.
And how packed was the place?
It wasn't too packed. We went on. It was like a Thursday afternoon. It was like half full.
I guess. So where does spanking come?
Okay,
involved?
so there's a rule: if you don't finish your food, there's like a little bar in the middle of the restaurant. You put your hands on it, you bend over, and the waitress spanks you 3 times. But it was my birthday, so the waitress announced it to the whole restaurant, and every worker in there got a turn hitting me.
What they hit you with?
It was like a little leather, like paddle strip or something.
Remember
S&M.
Probably loved it.
Remember Dazed and Confused, the
hurt.
movie?
Yeah. So we got a little S&M heart attack grill. You didn't have to bring dollars, did you? Just checking.
I think
no
you have to-
singles.
the pay is in cash only.
No, no singles.
The
That's
beauty of Vegas. You know what they say? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Let's take a
Wow.
quick commercial break. More to come when we come back. Just a whole lot more of Vegas. 888-994-4995, Studio A. He didn't what?
I didn't get the singles either.
Me? I got it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know more than I say.
I can see that.
Stay tuned. Are we good, Daniel?
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to StephanieJaffeArt.com.
Welcome to Lost Harbor Spirits, a world where pirates inspire our spirits, treasures remain undiscovered, and flavors are infused with the essence of mysterious voyages. The distillery became one of the few women-owned craft spirits production sites in the U.S. From our award-winning spirits of vodka and rum to delicious gin, we're always coming up with some new and exciting flavors to keep your cocktails delicious and fresh. Contact Palm Beach Distillery at lostharborspirits.com to take a tour or purchase your favorite spirit at your local liquor store.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days, all in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number.
Call 855-993-2180. That's 855-993-2180. Again, 855-993-2180.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Right now.
What Eagles?
The whole Eagles transition. All right, here's our new segment. We need to transition for this also. Our new pet segment.
All right, what is that?
That must
What do
be
you mean,
Jack.
what is that?
What is that?
Don't say that.
What is it?
That's Jack
That's
in
my
a
baby
hat.
boy. That's Jack.
I didn't
And why is Jack
recognize
wearing a hat?
That's his, huh? That's his favorite hat. He hates it, but I think it looks good on him.
Wait, it's his favorite hat. He hates
I think
it,
it's
but it
your
looks really
favorite
good.
hat.
It's my favorite hat, yeah.
Are you not a dog person, Freddie?
I am a dog person. I don't
You don't
ever
like that
remember,
dog?
I don't ever remember dressing my dogs up like this. Is that sunglasses he's wearing?
No, I have a photo of him. Oh, I should have put that photo up. It's a photo with him wearing glasses and a Miller Lite, and he's laying down on a lounge chair.
Oh, that'd be a good one. I want to do a new segment about our pets because then whenever you ask people about their pets, except you, they smile. You actually even admitted you love Casper.
Not no more.
He is a beautiful cat. He just is expensive. I got to tell you, if you like animals and you're in the pet business, there's always a captive audience in the pet business.
Do you feed him anything, or does he eat something specific?
I don't know if it's specific or not. I go to Chewy. I have an auto ship thing, and it is a Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula Adult.
Blue
say that's a
Buffalo.
good
Blue
food.
Buffalo. That's
That's actual
the
real
company.
meat in it.
But
Yeah.
have you seen the videos of what some people feed their dogs? They're like giving them full course meals
Filet mignon.
in their dog bowls. They're like giving
Yeah.
like raw liver, like vegetables and stuff. It looks good. The dog
looks
eats
good.
better than some people.
Do we have pictures of your pets?
We do. There's a bunch of pets.
All right,
Oh, we're
let's-
changing
let's-
them. Okay,
let's
wow.
I think there's
comment.
3 of Josh's and then 3 of mine.
Whose is this?
This is
That's
Jack.
still Jack
He looks like Spanky.
Wait, look
the
at Jack
dog
as
Spanky.
Spider-Man.
from
the Spank from
Little
the-
Rascals.
From the Rascals,
Yeah,
right?
Was
Yeah.
it Spot? Was
But
that
then-
thought it
with
was
the
Spud.
spot, yeah.
Spud or Spot?
Spot.
That one happens to be really cute.
Now I
gotta
think
tell
they
you.
usually submit this to see if you win a prize. This is fun.
Actually, I should have posted that photo. For Halloween, I used to give them costumes every year, and one costume I gave him was a UPS man. So he would walk around, and there's a little box that it looks like he's carrying and all that, and looks like a UPS delivery person. And my mom's work had a pet competition for dogs and cats. Jack won first place.
Where he's
of
little
being,
UPS?
being the best dog, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this. For me, this would win first place. This is unbelievable, and he lets you do it.
I can't believe he wears
Kinda.
it.
I mean, he'll be good for like 5 seconds, and then right after that, he'll try to take it all off.
Yeah, he's one of those dogs that you better do it his way.
All right, we got your dogs too, Daniel?
There's all 3 of
Oh,
them.
there's all 3 of them.
I'm in the shower bathing the dogs, and the cat likes to join in sometimes.
Oh, so this is you with a shower with
So you
them.
got 3 dogs and a cat?
2 dogs and a cat.
2 dogs and a cat. You got a zoo.
What kind of dogs?
So
Look at that picture.
I got a little Boston Terrier right there, and the other one's a Catahoula Hound.
Look at his
What's the
tongue.
name of your dog?
That one, his name's Buddy, and the other one, the big one's name is Baby.
Oh, there's a bigger one?
Yeah, the brown one.
Jalen, what else we got? Another one? The brown one.
Yep, the brown one right there in the right.
How big is the brown one?
Oh, she's big. Like my parents kind of overfed her a little bit, so she's a little
You
chunky.
think?
She's a
Where'd
little
you get the
chunky.
dogs? How did you guys come across these animals?
Buddy we got for free. This guy, we got him when he was a puppy. He's like 13 years old right now. But he was caged like all day, every day as a puppy.
Oh, no.
Like, because he would chew stuff up and they would hate that. And so they kept offering my dad's like, here, give me $200 for him. And my dad kept saying no. He's like, we don't really need another pet. And the price kept getting lower and lower. So he's like, all right, I'm taking him to the pound today. You want him for free or not? He's like, sure, I'll take him.
Aw, how cute.
When you first got him, was it a comfortable fit?
I mean, he was a happy dog. He just he loves chewing on shoes. So we'd find our shoes throughout the house all chewed up and stuff from him.
He's really cute, that tongue.
But over time
You know where that tongue is
he
bent?
learned.
And the big one is Baby?
Yes.
How'd you get Baby?
I think we got her from a breeder. I was away in the military when my parents got her. But
And the cat?
the cat, my sister just got him last October.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's a crackhead. He sees like a moth on the other side of the window.
Oh my gosh. Chelsea's cat did that to my crystal cabinet. Cool, that's a cool trick. The cat barks.
To get rid of the cat. That's the dog on the bottom.
So that's what I'm thinking is our next segment. So send us your videos from your pets, some videos and pictures. Let's see what's going on.
That's because that singing dog was in here. Oh, you haven't seen the singing dog. Wait till you see this thing.
That was hilarious, by the way.
That was hilarious. Josh, how did you run across your dog?
One of my best buddies in high school, he has the mom and dad of Jack, and they had a litter of 16 or 17.
Wow.
So they were just kind of
Can you imagine
selling
having
all
16,
these puppies.
17
You
Jacks?
picked it?
No, he was kind of like the last of the bunch, because my mom really didn't want to get another dog because we had a Boston Terrier at the time who was on its last leg. So I tried to convince her to get a dog just in case we don't have to have like a phase of not having a pet. Because I grew up with pets all my life. I've never had like no animal in the house kind of thing. So he was the runt, and I got him.
He's the runt?
He's the runt. Literally,
He's small as runt?
He's the brother and sisters are like 100 pounds, 120 pounds.
Imagine giving birth to
I can't.
17 of them?
No,
that
that's
poor mother.
They're animals. They do that.
No, 17?
Yeah. And they all lived?
Yeah, they did.
17, they all lived. That's unusual.
That's unbelievable. Well, look, you had your husky.
I bought Nina from a pet store for $600.
Adopt, don't shop.
Oh.
The
We
light
got
went
his
out.
new batteries.
Yeah. And who else did I have? And then I had, my father we went to a basement apartment, and there was a Doberman. And he wanted this Doberman for Puerto Rico, for the house. So the Doberman, the female, the mother, was beautiful. Man, mean. I said to my father, I don't want nothing to do with that dog. That dog is too mean. And then we went to the next room, and there was his son. And his son was like a giant horse. It was a mixture of a Great Dane and a Doberman. Can you imagine seeing the biggest Doberman you've ever seen in your life?
And a Great Dane as a mix? No.
The biggest Doberman, it was a Great Dane. Think of a Great Dane and put a Doberman's head on it. So he bought that dog. And guess who had to walk him?
Seriously?
So I told Harry, I told my brother, I ain't walking this dog. This dog, his mouth was like an alligator. And when he barked, that's what my father wanted. He wanted the whole world to hear him.
Did it have
So
an
we
echo
got-
with it?
Huh?
Did it have an echo with it?
Oh my God, an echo left a ringing in your ears. So they took him and they created him to Puerto Rico. And we had all sorts of problems because everybody was afraid of the dog. The dog was a nothing. It was all bark, no bite.
Katie says Casper's actually the most adorable, so she's writing in apparently.
Well, Casper, I'll get some pictures and stuff so you guys can see him. But Casper was given to me on Father's Day 5 years ago.
Katie, send us your pictures. I'm sending some pictures of my kids' pets too. Casper's a beautiful cat.
He's beautiful, but the first day we got him, my son dropped him and runs out the door.
He weighs what, 28 pounds?
28 pounds. So my son says to me, you have no idea of what it took to bring that cat over to you. First of all, I didn't ask for the cat. Okay. They had to chase him with a broom to put him in the box because he wouldn't go in.
He's really not a cat. He's like a whole nother species.
He's a cat.
But he's a cat, but he's not a cat.
And he bites. So he bit Linda all up. Blood all over the place. And I said to her, all right, that's good. He's going. And I grabbed him and I threw him in the freaking box and said, I'm getting rid of this cat.
I should bring the pet cat psychic back in.
And then the pet psychic came in and told me that it was the gravel. The
litter. So we have this pet psychic sitting there.
Well, you're sitting.
And Freddie says, I've got a cat, and he messes up the whole house, the whole bedroom, the couch, the bed, the carpet.
Everywhere. He was peeing everywhere.
And she says, what's his name? Let me talk to him. So Joshua, when you're sitting, Casper's at Freddie's house. She says, it's the litter box. He does not like the litter. It's not good on his paws. And if you sit down, she says to Freddie, and have a conversation with Casper, you're going to understand why he's so upset. Did it work?
It worked. They declawed him. I did not. They declawed him. Yeah. So apparently litter bothers his feet. So if I go to the bathroom, he sits there. And I talk to him. I says, what do you need? So I've tried different litters. Finally, I found a litter. 20 pounds is like $13. And we went and we got it. And it's very fine sand. And that's what he likes.
Like beach sand?
Like beach sand. And all of a sudden, the cat has changed. And then I brought in Peaches, thinking maybe that would change him. I didn't change him. I had to get rid of her again. And now he's like very cool. The problem with Casper, he has long hair. And it turns into knots. And you have to cut those. So what they used to do is they not only declawed him, they used to take him to the vet, and they used to trim his hair off. And I find out he doesn't like that. He doesn't like to have his fur messed with. And all his life when he was at this other place, they would leave like the crown and the tail. He looked like a dog because he's so freaking big. And he doesn't like any of that. So we have to sit there. We got to cut the hair.
See, that's what I'm saying. No matter how big and Puerto Rican, Italian, tough these guys are, you all love your pets. That's why it's our new segment.
Well, what you do? You sleep and the cat jumps on the bed and he comes over. Now, mind you,
gives you a kiss.
Mind you, I was scared to death. I woke up and this animal is like on my head.
Does he like make biscuits in your body?
Yes, he does. But he lays on my head. He puts his face here and he starts licking me.
And you love that.
And I'm like, what is wrong with this animal? I was sweating. I was afraid. I thought he was gonna bite me. It's all over.
The first time I've had a cat like lick my hand, I was so scared.
The sandpaper tongue?
Does it feel like sandpaper?
Casper feels like sandpaper. But then he'll come in, I'm watching TV, and he'll lay down next to me and put my arm on him like this. Listen, he's a great cat. I just don't want him going all over the house.
They're loving human beings.
What are the point of cats? What are the point of cats?
I was never a big cat person, I got to tell you. I think my parents sort of biased us away from cats. But my kids have cats, and the cats are really sweet. The only issue is when they jump on the table and you're eating. It's my only issue with the cat.
No, we don't do that.
When they jump
I look at
everywhere.
Him, and he knows me. I tell him, I'll let you taste if you want. I give him a plate away from him. Because Linda, with this ay bendito syndrome, he would jump on the table. No. Well, I'll lock you up. So he learned. Don't get on the table.
That's the only thing, but they're beautiful animals. They can be so soft and... I know. And then you got Jack. The big. So send us your pet pictures.
No, I think it's fun. It's nice to have animals and watch what animals do for tricks. My Nina brought home a cat. So it was a kitten. So I said to my father, Dad, because my father used to walk her in the morning. He says, Dad, why do you let the dog bring home a kitten? He says, go ahead, you try taking that kitten away from her. So I said, Nina, I went, whoa.
Would she bring it home in her mouth?
Yeah. And she was licking the cat. Apparently it had ear mites. They got on Nina, so I had to take Nina to the vet. And my father says, don't worry about it, I'll get rid of her. So Nina was smart. Nina would go and hug the cat in the morning to sleep like this, because he knew my father was on the prowl to get rid of the cat. That's how smart this dog was. Nina was brilliant. And we finally got it away, and Nina started growling at me because she was looking for this cat. I guess she wanted to be a mom. I don't know.
The whole protective instinct. Your husky Nina.
One thing you got to try is if you have like a dog or something, you give it a hard-shelled egg, and you see how they react with it.
A hard-shelled egg?
Hard-shelled egg,
Have you tried that with Jack?
He took it, went to his bed, and didn't do anything.
Really?
Oh, my dog rescued baby bunnies before.
Which one?
The big one. They were like they didn't even have fur yet. They were like maybe like
She brought them home?
half a day old. They were in our yard, I guess. She comes in through our little dog door, and like out of her mouth comes like a little red thing, and it's like a little infant, like a couple of bunnies.
It's like, here's a bunny for you. Here's a gift. It's an offering.
Rabbits too.
They were alive, though.
But it's a gift. It's like this offering
Cats
for you.
do that. They bring gifts.
They're dead,
like Mr. Wiggles used to bring
It was
me.
dead?
Oh no, the rabbits that the dog brought were alive. We had to give them to like some wildlife preservation place.
Mr. Wiggles used to bring me mice.
Mr. Wiggles
Yeah.
was a
cat.
Oh.
He was first of all, the cat
And how did you come
was
up
a
with that name?
female. It was a female. They sold me a female cat.
But you named her Mr. Wiggles?
Then one day I'm looking.
She identified as a boy.
And I said, and I called her Wiggles because she used to wiggle. So I said to Michelle, I says, Mr. Wiggles seems to be hanging dangings. Dindaliles hanging. Whoop! So I had to call him Mr. Wiggles. And they stayed. And that was always his name. He was what's the Angora? He was an Angora cat.
Those are beautiful too.
And he used to wrap himself around me when I used to watch TV. It was
So
the
soft,
weirdest
right?
thing. He was a very loving cat. And I don't know why cats like me. I don't like them.
Yes, you do. Because you're just like this big, as Kenny Love says, this big mush ball, softball,
No,
love ball.
Cats, first of all, I tried with Peaches like I did another time with the same kind of cat. And I broke out in hives. And I called the doctor. I didn't even tell her. And I called the doctor. I said, you got to get rid of the cat, Freddie, because you're going to get some infections on these allergies. So I had to get rid of the cat. It was, and she's in a loving home and everything else. But.
Send us your pet pictures
You had a
and your
dog.
pet videos. I did.
What kind of dog did you have?
A poodle,
Where'd you get this thing?
a breeder, up in the
Who
acreage
walked
in
the
Boca.
poodle? Don't tell me 6'2" Chuck walked the
So
poodle.
here's the thing. The kids wanted a dog. They really wanted a dog. And Aaron was allergic to everything. So I needed a non-allergic dog. So poodles don't have fur like other dogs, so they're hypoallergenic. So I found this breeder, and Chuck says, I am not getting a poodle. Okay. I am not getting a white poodle. Okay. So we got a black poodle, a little black toy poodle.
Who walked it?
We opened up the back door, and he went in the backyard.
Chuck never walked the little poodle?
So yeah, so then Chuck would be found walking the neighborhood with his 14-pound little black poodle, the dog he didn't want, and the dog would escape. And one time the dog escaped, and Chuck had to get on his bicycle. Remember the Wizard of Oz? Remember the wicked witch? So he got back on his bicycle with the dog under his arm. We were cracking up. Yes.
Ruby D, if you're watching, Ruby D was 6'3". He just had this little chihuahua.
Yep.
4-pound chihuahua that he used to walk. He used to put booties on it. And he used to walk like this because they didn't like the booties. We used to take pictures and send it to all the girls.
There's nothing like a guy having a daughter or a little dog. And that is the funniest thing you'll ever see.
Little dogs.
A little dog. Like you got Jack. That's like a guy's dog. But the little chihuahuas, the little Yorkies, the little frou-frou dogs.
No, not into that. I had like a Sammy dog, a pit bull. And his name was Sam. And Joe, may he rest in peace, used to walk him every morning. So one day, those dogs pull because they want to bite everything in the creation. And the dog is barking, and it broke the chain, and it ran. And Joe runs after him, like the Incredible Hulk. And the dog went like this, loop-de-loop, blocks and blocks, and came back to the house. And he's scratching at the door, and I open it, and he goes to drink water. And I'm going, I said, Sammy, where's Joe? Where is Joe? Half hour later, Joe comes to the door. Sammy got away. I felt so bad.
Oh, no.
I felt so bad. I said, Joe, come, sit down. What happened? The dog. And he sees the dog. He says, how did he come back here? I said, I had no idea, Joe.
They're good. Every time I walk my dog, we make this one corner, and he knows what that corner is, and he doesn't take off, but he leads me the rest of the way
To the
home after
corner.
this one corner.
Does
yeah.
your mom walk him too?
Yeah. Yeah, we have a special collar. If you pull on it, it doesn't hurt the dog, but it gives them a little
It tightens.
Yeah, it says like, hey, you need to slow down a little bit now.
It's a trainer.
Yeah.
Did your dog ever bite anything? Anybody?
He hasn't. I mean, he tries
could.
to, but
Gio was walking Sammy, and he's barking at this kid, and he got the little kid's jacket. It was one of those down jackets with the feathers, and the whole neighborhood went up in feathers.
Oh no!
And Gio's laughing.
So lucky that the kid had a jacket on.
Yes, and so the kid runs home, and here comes the mother. So I take out my checkbook, and I'm sitting there, and I say, "How you doing? How much do I owe you?" "Oh no, Mrs. Santori, my son had no business being over here. He crossed the street. He did." I says, "Oh, I didn't know that." "Yes, don't worry about it. Now he doesn't have a jacket. Good, but you should be careful and not let Gio walk the dog." I said, "Okay." I didn't have to pay nothing, and then that jacket could have cost me $200. I told Gio,
Or a
"You
kid's
no
life.
longer-"
You're really lucky. Yes.
Well, a kid's life, give and take. Yeah, not a big deal.
Keeping it all in perspective is all I can say.
Those dogs are natural fighters. The one I had, anyway.
yeah. I mean, I'll say outside of the house, he's fine. Obviously, if a dog comes up to him, he doesn't know how to react, especially when the dog sniffs, like they like to sniff butts. If they sniff Jack's butt, he doesn't know what to do, and he freaks out.
They sniff butts.
Imagine sniffing Jack's butt.
No, I think I'll pass, but thank you for.
You don't want to try it? I took him on a walk. I used to go. I liked him pulling me on my skateboard, and like I said, we would go down this one little corner. We would turn around. Once we turn around, he knew we were going back to the house, so that's when he would be happy. He pulled me probably 30 miles an hour on that thing, and it was fun. Then one time, I tried to go on it switch. I'm a good skateboarder normally, so I tried to go on it switch to get a little better. And he saw a dog come around the corner, and he went after the dog with me still pulling me.
On the skateboard?
Yeah. I fell down right away.
No, you're
I
dragging
had
it.
skin gone all up my arm, all of my hand is bleeding everywhere. Yeah.
Here's
That was
the
a
thing
fun
when
time.
moms have sons. I think a father and a daughter is a whole lot easier than moms and sons because you worry about that stuff that guys do.
My mom's a tomboy, so she's fine with it. She plays baseball. She does golf. She does all the sports stuff, so she doesn't mind injuries.
Yeah, she drives a stick, which is kind of cool
Yeah,
too.
she does. Yeah.
Dogs.
See, it's kind of
A
cool.
lot of work.
But look, it makes military smile, makes all these guys smile. Jalen doesn't have any dogs. We asked.
She's
I
lucky.
gotta tell you, she's pretty cool in there. She's running board, she's running sound, she's doing it all. I don't even think we've sat down and talked to this poor girl.
I know we have to bring her out to talk to her. Are you planning on getting another dog?
It's not in my plans, no. I'm never home. It would be really unfair to an animal, a pet.
To get a cat.
I couldn't deal with all the fur, the hair around my house.
Get a hairless cat.
Have you seen those?
They look like giant mice.
Yeah, I would not really think I want one of those.
I like. You seen the hairless cats? I like them.
Hairless cats? They look weird.
Wasn't there one in Austin Powers?
Yeah.
There was, yeah. It was
Yeah,
it lost
not
all
my
its
thing.
fur.
Listen, I think they're great, and when the kids come over and they bring them over, they're great to play with. It's kind of like having grandkids, but then they're nice to send home because the kids just got these two huge vet bills. One of them broke a molar and needs either a root canal on the dog. There's doggy periodontist, or to extract it. The other one's got allergies. The other one needs to get neutered.
That's the first thing you do is get rid of that animal because they're way too out of bounds. Give it
So no, you don't. You do everything you can for your pets, just like you do for your kids. But I just don't think I have the capacity right now to. My worrying, if I left this dog home all day long, it would either be in my house doing its thing, or I'd be like, I have to go home and walk them. So.
You ain't doing that. J-Lo, you got pets? Do you like pets?
She's allergic. Her mic's off.
Turn the mic on.
Hello?
You don't have pets?
I don't have pets.
No.
But
You
I
like
love
pets?
animals. Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
You want a cat?
Yes, I do actually.
28-pound cat?
No.
Dang. That's obese.
I had to ask you, how do you like working here?
I love it. I like
We've left her kind of just to oversee herself, work on a project. We didn't talk to her really for 2 weeks during the Christmas holidays. We've been so scrambled.
Well, I saw that she turned on something. I didn't even know how to turn on that that element that I sent that I have on my computer. You got it. You got it to work.
I hit play.
Hit play. I can't find the button, the play button.
And she ran Katie's show today.
Oh, you ran Katie's show.
I did, yeah.
Oh, so you're ready to do boards. Good. Now,
So
does
put it right
Daniel
into
know
the-
how to do the soundboard, the new mixer?
I was playing with it this morning, the DJ thing.
Yeah, you know how to. You
See,
know how to
he
use
and
it?
Josh are both wearing green T-shirts. So from the back,
One has a beard and one doesn't.
from the back in the dark, they were sitting there, and I go to talk to one of them, and he turns around, and I totally thought it was Josh. I'm like, oh my gosh. Here you go. Let's see. Tune into Movie Wars Thursdays at 11 a.m. How you like that?
What does that say?
Only on the Brooklyn Cafe.
Movie Wars is tomorrow. Who's playing?
I'm gonna ask my cousin if he wants to play. I think my sister's off too.
So they're both coming in?
I'll ask them both. Yeah.
Is this the sister that throws a football like real good?
My sister can throw. Yeah.
You got football tonight.
Yeah, we have our football tournament tonight at 9.
Where?
Out at Wellington.
I'm taking bets who shows up to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
How long is the game?
It's an hour.
Oh, that's not too bad.
What is this, flag football?
Yep. Then we have another game Friday night and Saturday morning.
Interesting. Who's the quarterback? Your sister?
My cousin.
Is he good?
Yeah.
That whole league, that whole thing is about the quarterback.
How many sisters? How many kids, men, girls are in your team?
How many girls?
How many players?
How many players? I think we have maybe 11 or 12.
So it's you, Josh, your sister, and your cousin so far.
Yes.
Any other family members?
Family members? No.
You got 11 members on that team?
Just about, yeah.
How many go out at the same time? 6?
7.
7. One.
But some aren't on offense. Some just stay on defense. So we cycle.
Right,
We try
you
to
cycle.
cycle everyone out.
Wow. You center the ball, snap it,
Yeah. I'm not the center though, but.
and
we
then
have
somebody, one person can rush or 2 people can rush?
I think it's 1.
Jalen, his sister, is the second string quarterback.
Nice.
Oh, you're third? Oh, she's
Who's
third.
the second string?
Josh is second.
Josh is more fourth.
Josh
string.
is second.
Does Josh have a good arm? Because he tells us he's like the next Joe Namath.
No.
Didn't Namath lead in interceptions?
Devontae Smith. Does he throw a lot of picks?
I mean.
Or is your defense that good?
You didn't moss me. The ball was in the perfect position. Moss is when. That's not mossing. Moss is when you jump over me to catch it.
So Josh says he's pretty competitive when it comes to football.
Mm-hmm.
He is?
Yeah.
Is he a good player?
He runs like a T-Rex.
What's that?
He runs like this.
His arms?
Where do you guys play?
We're playing in Wellington.
Maybe you can get some footage for us. Jalen lives out there. I'm gonna have. Maybe she can go and film it.
You live
know
in
what they
Wellington?
say?
I do,
Pictures
yeah.
or it doesn't happen. Maybe she can video.
We're playing 2 tough teams, so.
Oh, look,
those
we're
are the
already
ones
in the
we definitely
disclaimer.
want. Yeah.
Hopefully we do pretty good.
I sponsored Freddie's team for 3 years.
I remember that.
3 years I sponsored. And every year it got worse. So the 3rd year, they suckered me in because they said that they had the FAU football team on his team. Remember that?
Yep.
And all I saw was the F. There was no FAU. There was just the F because they were horrible. And we lost. And the way we kept losing was we were winning until the last 2 minutes of the game. And then they lost.
But you guys had a good time doing it.
Oh, I had a great time doing it. I was fighting every mosquito in Florida. It was 170 degrees, and I had to carry the water too. Nah, I never got. I told him, no more, son. You're now responsible with children. You can't be playing this.
See the things that you get to do. So we're going to work with Jalen. So you like it here so far, doing some editing. She hits play.
She got
She's
lucky.
quick.
She
We
hit
got to give her
play.
some more things to do.
I got things there for her to do. I just don't know how. I can't help it because I don't know how to work it. She laughs.
Learn on your own here.
She says, I hit play. Well, I would have hit play too if I knew where it was.
So welcome aboard. I told her today we're not ignoring her, but we're actually going to spend some time and help her out here. Do some oversight on whatever we need to be doing.
I got to write a letter and a couple of other things.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. Everyone tune in tonight to Sarah Spiritual from 6:30 until 9 o'clock right here at the Brooklyn Cafe Show Studios. It's a long night for you.
Long night.
888. Oh, well, actually, she's a different number. We'll put that up. But for the studio, it's 888-994-4995. And as you see, we pray for Damar. Hearts and prayers and thoughts go out to him. I don't know if we've heard anything more. They say his breathing, last I heard, was he had about 50%. He was breathing on his own, but he was still being intubated.
He's still, because they have a problem. They turned him over. He's on his belly now. Apparently, they're not getting enough blood into the tissues where they need it. So they're thinking of putting him into a deep, what is it when you, in water, cold water?
Cryo?
No, your body freezes.
Oh, an ice tank?
And they're thinking of freezing his body down so that there is no blood needed in the other organs as much. They're going to slow that whole thing. There's a whole process that they talked about because they're afraid that he has lung damage.
Oh, jeez.
And they think it's either lung damage or the heart is not sending out enough blood to different regions. So they're looking at this thing. Everybody is praying. It's a tough one. You know, every stadium lit up blue for him. And I saw that the border of Canada and the United States is in red for the blue and red. But every stadium, including New England, who they're supposed to be playing next, is all in blue, and his numbers are everywhere.
Wow.
He raised over $7 million in his toy drive on GoFundMe.
Amazing. They say, I think they're going to give them out on Mother's Day is what they're planning on doing.
Yeah.
Wow. See, puts life back into perspective, doesn't it?
It does. It does, in a lot of different ways. And, you know, you try to go about your business. I can only imagine what that team is going through right now at home. I can only imagine the players that played against him, those that were there, some of the people that got to witness that. It's going to change the rest of their lives. So, you know, like I say, you know, Kenny says it best. You never know what can happen. So hold on to what you have because it can leave you like this.
All right, we're going to wrap this up. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Hug your family, those you love. Tell them you love them. We always say our friends are sometimes the family that we choose. We'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
And don't be.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.